Hello, this is Amy from One Mommy Scrapping, where I plan today for happy memories tomorrow. Today we're going to create a 12 by 12 layout using Crate Paper's Hey Pumpkin collection. And I have two photos of my daughter. She and I kind of went back and forth a little bit on the whole mask thing this year, since I am considered part of that high-risk group, and she does not want to incorporate a mask with her Halloween costume. So she decided she was going to be this big inflatable dinosaur, which was, I think, absolutely perfect. My husband took her around, and I have a couple pictures of my husband and daughter together over the years of him walking away with her, and it's just, I wanted to include that because it's interesting to just see how much things have changed in our life and yet stayed so much the same. So I'm starting off with the orange and black background paper as my 12 by 12. The other pieces, save one, are all scrap pieces that are with this collection that I've already used before. The one that is not a scrap piece is that orange star you see on the right. That is from the 6 by 8 pad. I bought a few 12 by 12 sheets and the 6 by 8 pad, and then whatever embellishments that I wanted to get that were actually in stock. I'm late to the Hey Pumpkin game, apparently. So I have some stickers, I have some ephemera, and I have that chipboard sheet. So I have cut down this large scrap of paper and immediately peel it back up because it looks crooked to me. You know, it's not a layout by me until I've peeled things up. So the white with the polka dots, that was another one that I wish, if I had had that in 12 by 12, it probably would have made it to be my background paper for this, but I really do like it in here. And then I realized with the shape, the size of the rectangle, that laying this 6 by 8 piece over it would be pretty darn perfect actually for how it's framed. I don't want it exactly even on all sides, and this doesn't do it, so it gives you a bit of that varying depth. And then I'm about to ink that peach colored paper with the orange polka dots, and that will also go on the side, so it's kind of mimicking how I'm planning on doing my photos. I've got the larger photo on the left and then the smaller wallet size on the right. And iMovie is being really ridiculous this morning, so I'm having trouble seeing actually what my video is actually doing because of how weird it's being. So I'm going to put down my 4 by 6 photo flat, and then I really have been enjoying putting up one of the photos on foam, and it just adds a nice bit of depth, a little bit of dimension without adding too much bulk. That foam that I'm using is the 1-inch foam from Scrapbook.com, and it was one of my top 10 favorites for October of 2020. So if you've not tried it, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm being very simple with my title today and using the word boo from the chipboard stickers. And if you look right to the left of the word boo, there is this black square on my photo, and I have no clue what it is. That's how it printed. It printed with a big black square, and I'm like, dang, I am low on ink. I do not have the money right now to get more ink, and I'm not going to reprint this photo. So I'm like, okay, I will just cover it up. I didn't want to cut it off, which was actually my first thought, because that would have pushed the photo to be the head of the Tyrannosaurus would have been very much at the very tippy top of the photo, and I didn't want to do that. I wish I had thought to scale down the walking photo so it would have fit into that little Polaroid frame. So I'm pulling some of the pieces that I particularly liked, and then I have some 2 by 2 pieces that I cut from one of the sheets. I cut 4, I only end up using 3, and only use 2 of them as squares. So I just went and covered up the letter K in Spooky with a P from my mini market, and they are different shades of orange, and I am 100% okay with that. But now it says look on the spoopy side, and spoopy has been one of my daughter's favorite Halloween words this year. I mean, she's 12 and we're still going through favorite words. It's some internet meme she told me and she showed me, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So this is my second layout that I've mentioned spoopy on, and she just thinks it's the funniest thing. Now, I am going to move that eek, and it's going to go to the right. Yep, there it is. And it ends up getting moved back. I will tell you that right now. I really liked it better on the bottom. The reason I moved it to the side was because I didn't want that polka dot with the cream background to be next to the eek, which has the cream background. cream. Yeah, as I said that right, cream background. So all of a sudden I was like, did I even say those words correctly? And what I end up having problems with is with that bottom cluster, which you will see in just a moment. This particular little piece of ephemera is a ticket, and so I folded it and inked along the perforation line. I don't want it to completely disappear, but I did want to kind of emphasize that it is a ticket, and that ticket says Spooky Night, and I leave it alone. All right. Here's where I'm trying to fit in this little bit of holographic. This is where I realize that I'm going to have to switch it. Actually, I take it back. I'm going to put this vampire down and then realize I have to switch it, because I end up wanting to include a little bit of holo with each of the 3 clusters. Happy Halloween, that large banner at the bottom, is already holographic. So I've already got one there. I don't want to put the Keep Calm and Eat Candy down there too. So I'm switching it over to the side and then moving the eek back to the Happy Halloween. And this little pumpkin here has given me, the one on the 2x2 card has given me absolute fits. Like, I am trying to figure out where to put it. Boo works a little bit better on including it into the bottom cluster. And I end up now with chipboard kind of in each cluster, if you count the entire top as a cluster, which really I was thinking of it more over at the side with the vampire. But, you know, it still works. I love this heart. It says, I love you so much, it's scary. And I really wanted to include that because of the picture of my husband and daughter together. It's so funny seeing her costume is actually taller than he is, knowing, you know, she used to be so teeny tiny. There's also a chipboard witch, and I end up not including it and instead go with the little circle with the witch in it. There are a couple of those circles that have, I think one has the vampire and another one has Frankenstein's monster in it. All right, y'all, I'm going to be honest, I hate these stickers. Not because, you know, they're got a slight bit of black glitter or anything on them. I hate them because they do not stick in the package. I'm like, how in the world are you wanting to put this on a layout and yet they won't even stick in the package? It drives me insane. And look at me, I'm freaking fussy cutting this little spooky pumpkin. And I end up putting him right by Boo, which is not where I was intending to, but I noticed a little bit of a funky trapped space. I'm like, I have to cover this up. And I dropped my scissors because, you know, it's me. So I ended up with those glitter stickers from the collection. I pulled out all the ones that weren't sticking. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to use all of these. So they've got 2 witch hats, 4 bats, and an assortment of stars. And I'm just like, forget it, don't care. Want to use all of them. Which, you know what, is kind of fun sometimes. You just go, I'm just going to put as many embellishments as possible. And I'm okay with that. It's fun. And I mean, I'm not including all of them. So it's not, to me, it's not overly embellished. And I've still got plenty left if I wanted to use them for other layouts. Shoot, I will probably do this exact same thing again, because knowing my luck, when next time I try to take these sparkly stickers out of the package, another 7 or 8 will fall off. I've left the bats, except for the one on the Keep Calm that I've already put there. All the bats are, oh, I take that back. 2 of them. Half of the bats I put, like, not with a cluster. They're in a cluster, but they're not attached, if that makes any sense, because then it kind of gives them the impression of flight. And I've realized now I do not have any holographic in the top cluster, and then do this yellow candy, please. I should not have done the yellow, because there is no yellow anywhere else but that candy, please, and then with the candy corn. Like, it feels a little weird to me. So I may go back and switch it out. There's another one that says candy, please, and I think it's black or the dark blue, which there's no dark blue on the right cluster either. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like, whatever. All right. Remembering to actually sand the back before I put the Nuvo drops on. And we've reached the end. Nuvo drops I'm using are Ebony Black, Ripened Pumpkin, and Sugared Almond. There are close-ups coming up. If you liked this video, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and then click that bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video or go live, which I do once a week for Happy Scrappy Hour. And leave a comment. Let me know, how are you scrapbooking Halloween this year? What are you doing? Did you do anything for it? I hope you guys all have an absolutely lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.